Hello, I am live again. So, I want to talk about my personal struggles as an INFJ, and I'm not going to be here long. Again, I just realized that, anyways, again, I am just going to share a couple of my thoughts, and I wanted to share with you some of my struggles as an INFJ. And um, an INFJ, for those, most people know that would listen to me talk about INFJ, but it's according to the Myers-Briggs personality test, is one of the rarest personality. It is said to be the rarest personality type in the world. Somewhere between 1-2%. I read some places that said 3%, but I guess 1 or 2% people in the world would be like an INFJ, and so I just wanted to talk about that. Some of the things I struggle with is that my personality type, we are um, high in integrity, and we do hold ourselves to a high moral code. And it's just sometimes I feel that an INFJ is very misunderstood because we're actually very genuine people. And I feel like sometimes it's hard to make friends because sometimes we can be seen maybe as a pushover a little bit, but INFJs are very caring and we're very goal driven. So we always think about our goals. We have to be a part of something bigger than ourselves to keep us sane and balanced out. INFJs are very caring, and sometimes, hey, Alan Crooks, how you doing? Sometimes I feel as if, um, because of my caring nature, it's easy to take me for granted, and I know that that's something that's really common with INFJs. So, um, good seeing you, Alan. It's hard for me because I'll have like this, like INFJs are we have integrity and we just do. I'm not saying that no one else does, but it makes it hard for me when someone takes my intentions wrong, especially because I know that this is a mean world, right? We have our guards up. We've been hurt, but an INFJ is really good at knowing the needs of others and caring for other people. So I it is hard for me because I have trouble relaying that message. I have trouble, a lot of thoughts in my head. It's like we can feel a person's intentions and their energy, and we know if they're gaslighting us. Our intuition is so on point that it can be scary sometimes, even. Um, we just are naturally that way, but we are really good at sensing the needs of others, but not really great at taking care of ourselves. And a lot of times I feel depleted at the end of the day. I feel kind of just worn. Hey, Dontcato. Alan says, I'm intrinsic and had to learn my strengths and weaknesses and realize they could be the same. Right, Alan? I agree with you. Um, I totally agree with you. And I know what you mean by that. Uh, I know one of my strengths and weaknesses is being able to leave once I know, like, a relationship is over or a friendship, I can't do anything positive in this friendship. I am quick to walk away, but that's to me a strength and a weakness. I'm very open about stuff. I'm very comfortable with who I am, but the INFJ door slam is real, and the INFJ, the fallout after that is it can be brutal, and I know it. But the problem is when I get to that point, I have trouble turning. I mean, it's not that we wish harm on anyone. We just nothing that person. But an INFJ is gonna try hard to make you feel. We try hard to make a relationship work. I mean, we're extremely loyal, and I don't think people really understand that as far as an INFJ goes. I think that we are very misunderstood. It's a very misunderstood personality type, and a lot of times I'm just left feeling lonely, like wow, people don't really get it. And I have to not be so hard on myself. I have to not be a perfectionist and just know that some people aren't going to get it. And that's okay. I just have to be able to get myself. But it's nice if you can have at least one person that understands you and can understand that we're naturally led by our feelings, our intuition. Um, we're an introverted personality type. And we may seem like extroverts, but that's because we can be social when the occasion arises. We are social beings, and it depends on who we're with. We don't like small talk. I don't like small talk. I like to know the deeper meanings of stuff. I like to ask questions. I like to know the person I'm talking to. Um, I can't help it. I like to know what makes a person tick, but I can definitely feel the needs of other people, and I have to guard that. Mm, a lot of times, and it's just hard. I'm not afraid to stand up for the underdog. INFJs are very misunderstood. I love a long time. Are you an IN? Yeah, Alan. Let's see, I'm intrinsic and had to learn my strengths. Right. Okay, so Alan, you're an INFJ type. Yes, Alan. I. It's like we need that a long time, right? Because without it, we'll be drained. And I think even though we're mistaken sometimes as extroverts, we have to have that time. I crave that a long time, and if I don't get it, I'm in a bad place. I love being by myself, so if I'm around somebody, it has to be somebody that I want to be around, because we don't care. I don't care about a bunch of relationships. I want meaningful relationships, somebody that I can talk to. And that gaslighting thing is that we can feel when a person is lying to us, or when a person is trying to do that toxic positivity thing, like, oh, I'm their friend, or we could just feel it. And I can feel the energy of a room when I walk into a room. And sometimes if I'm feeling depressed or heavy, it's not my feeling, it's someone else that's feeling that way. And I'm very comfortable. We're empaths, so we can pick up on another person's feelings. I think that's good and bad, because it just is. It just is. Before knowing my personality type, it was tough. I would wonder why everyone around me was having fun, but I wasn't. Alan, what made you decide to look into your personality type? Because I totally get that. And before I really started to understand it, because I just felt strange compared to everybody else, or sometimes I would wonder how come another person couldn't feel what I felt, or how come they couldn't see this person was sad and we just feel it. So a while ago, I mean a long time ago, years ago, I started looking into this kind of stuff. Um, and so I knew, but I'm wondering what made you look, and I'm glad that you did. So once I found out that I was INFJ, I thought, hey, there's more like me, and it's cool. Let me try to meet more INFJs, because that loneliness, just that feeling of being misunderstood when you look at the bigger picture, and we're very goal oriented. It just doesn't feel good because our intentions are good. I started networking at different places. According to Alan, this isn't, I'm reading from Alan Crook. I started networking at different places, including the library, reading books. Right, Alan, good for you. So now you're more comfortable being an INFJ. I mean, I love being an INFJ, but I think it's difficult. I feel the weight of the world sometimes. I feel a lot of weight. And if that makes sense, Alan, then you know what I'm talking about. The fact that we're so loyal, I think it's easy to hurt us. And I do attract a lot of narcissists because I'm a caregiver. And a lot of times, some people don't know my strengths. So I'm very loving and caring. But when I turn that off, I believe that is where the not gaslighting, the smear campaigns with me come and play. All of the bullying, because they feel that love for me, and it's very, very different from when, if I get to a point where I'm like, no, I'm being used too much. This is not working for me and my boundaries are being crossed. Then I walk away. And because it's such a stark difference, I think that's what it put it. Since it's so different, then people want to accuse us of being fake or not really a INFJ or empath. Problem is, we know very well who we are, and so their opinions don't even matter. And I think that as an INFJ, one of the downsides is I know that that will bother people because we love hard. When an INFJ stops, it's that kind of love, since our love is real, that you're gonna feel, and that's just one of those things. Alan says, one of the worst feelings in the world is to be in a crowded room but still feeling alone. I had to look for a change. Alan, what were some of the steps that you took? I totally agree what you're saying, and that's why INFJs are natural leaders, because we don't just follow a crowd. But Alan, I would be in a room full of people, and sometimes some of those people were my family, and I would feel very alone. So I had to do what you're saying right now. INFJ personalities are very in tune with ourselves. Yeah, would feel I feel alone a lot, especially because we just don't go along with the crowd. If it's that moral thing. Hey Africa, how you doing? Good seeing you, Africa. Um, that's uh that's difficult for me because um it's just difficult for me. Yes, I want to think that everyone, you try to look for the good. We try to look for the good in people, but we have this habit of attracting people that don't mean us well, and we really got to protect our energy. And I struggle a lot with not being overwhelmed or drained, but it is hard when I hear certain stuff, and I know who I am and I handle it a lot better. But sometimes the weight at the end of the day, like, man, it's just kind of heavy. And when you're trying to communicate something, I'm much better at writing something or creating something, dancing or expressing myself through movement. And it's really hard for me to communicate sometimes because my thoughts get stuck in my head. Mm. And that's kind of strange. INFJs are usually good communicators, but I do struggle with that. I have trouble articulating myself. But I have this constant need to take care of people, and that is different. I had my let me look at my note real quick because um that's what I was gonna talk about. So like relationship wise, I know that we look for real relationships. So an INFJ isn't that type that's gonna want to go from one relationship to another. Um, we're very loyal to people. Black Queen, doing okay. Had a rough bout. Depression is why I've been offline for a while. Africa Black Chaos. Thank you for sharing that, and I'm sorry about your depression. I really hope that it's better for you, and I think it's really brave that you're comfortable to say I've definitely struggled with depression, and I know how hard it is. I'm glad you took some time from the internet to take care of your mental health. I think that's really I know that's really important, and I've been there. So welcome back. Thank you for letting us know, checking in. I really appreciate that. Mm. Hey, Sean, have a great night. Good stepping in. I know I'm crazy. I don't sleep that much. It's another thing, but I as I really wanted to not just understand my well, I know as an INFJ I'm very very comfortable in who I am. I think because I come across as so passive, it's shocking for people when I speak out. But if there's something that I need to speak out about, I just will. I hate bullying. I hate anything like that, picking on people that can't defend themselves. I would much rather let someone. I would much rather you say stuff about me. I'm just like, okay, okay, because my mind is just like, yeah, I pride myself on my mind and knowing that you're not gonna find, we're unique individuals, but other personality types have, we all have our strengths and our weaknesses. And so I just want to be able to understand a little bit more how we relate to each other and the things that make you tick, things that make me tick, which I know the things that make me tick. But I just love the fact that there's these studies that I think it's by I think the personality types was by Carl Jung. Jung, I think. Let me double check that. I want to make sure. Nikki, I'm glad I found you. This is very therapeutic to me. Oh, Alan, me too. Thank you. I'm really happy you said that because that's my goal and it means a lot to me. Thank you so much. And just, Alan, I love small communities. So my other page my other channel misunderstood. I talk about sobriety issues. Um Grew to a little bit more than I'm very grateful for that community, but I'm really comfortable in smaller communities where we can share stuff. So I started this page to talk about INFJ things. So thank you so much for the feedback. Africa, I'm doing great. Thank you. Going to the dentist tomorrow. I'm a little nervous about that, but I want to look at that. I'm pretty sure it's Carl Jung. Let me make sure who did the Myers-Briggs personality test. Because I just think this man was a genius. Um, Let me double check. I think that's it though. Uh, Founder. Okay, here we go. I Okay, so I was right. But I can't pronounce that name. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it right. Anyhow, I love the study on personalities. Um, I think his last name is pronounced Jung, Jung. I just love it, and I love the I want to say there's 16 different personality types. I just know my personality type. Yeah, but I'm interested in knowing what makes other people tick. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, Carl Jung. But it's spelled like Jung. I could be pronouncing it wrong. So, um okay, so Jung's or John Jung, whatever. Carl Jung, I think is how you pronounce it. He came up with 4 basic psychological functions: extroversion versus introversion, sensation versus intuition, thinking versus feeling, judging versus perceiving. I know that J in INFJ stands for judging. I just think it's just really interesting. But yeah, I'm into that kind of stuff. So we are considered like the advocate or the counselor. Interest Africa says interest something. I'm sit back and listen. Africa, I had a hard time understanding myself a lot because I always seem to be the odd one in the room, and so I wanted to understand myself a little bit better. I definitely felt like an empath. So I was a caregiver. I People just naturally were drawn to me, and so I wanted to understand more, just like how Alan's saying, in the chat. So yeah, the Myers-Briggs personality test. And I should provide a link like that in the description. I get so nervous and shy sometimes that after I talk, I'm sometimes like, wow, that alone time is gonna feel great. But Africa, yeah, I just find it really interesting. There's so many things, and this man was just brilliant, and I happen to like psychology type stuff. Alan says, interesting that Alan, you feel alone in a crowded room, whereas for me, I embrace INFJ as a people watcher in that crowded room. Don, I understand, but I'm looking for a way out in crowded places. Alan, me too. I don't do well in crowded places, and I think it's like I don't like to sit like in the middle room. I like to sit like somewhere on the outside or by an exit. Uh, Alan, me too. So, like I said, so my other channel misunderstood. I love the community that I've grown there. Um, I like smaller communities because I just love the intimacy of them, if that makes sense. And I like knowing people's name, what makes them tick. I just look forward to talking to the same people. I love meeting new people as well, but I'm definitely over um, quality and not quantity. So I know that my community is not for everybody. You're not going to find a lot of the negative, you're not going to find certain things that draw people to the internet. I'm happy to talk to like just one person or myself. Well, what I mean by myself is like reading, but I think with an INFJ, one of my struggles is that I feel a lot, and that's basically what I'm trying to say. I feel a lot, and I just feel misunderstood a lot. And I think that as an INFJ, because we feel the needs of others, it's not reciprocated, and that's okay. We're not expecting it to. I just don't. It hurts me when someone will feel. There's just certain things that I'm not going to do. Like I'm very honest about who I am. I'm very honest about things. I'm open about my past and things like that. And so, uh, integrity is a big deal for me. It's There's just certain things I'm not going to do, and no matter what, there's things that I won't do, and I know that that is an INFJ thing. But there's other personality types that have different characteristics. That's great, but I'm just speaking from my point of view. Think this is the link. Oh, thank you, Dontcato. That is the link. I'm gonna pin that. Wait, no, I can't pin that unless I go to my channel. But so I'm not gonna do that. But thank you, Dontcato. I understand where you're coming from. It's like walking in the room and feeling like you don't belong. I feel you. Right, Africa. That's exactly what it feels like. Alan, do you agree with that too? Oh, you said yes, me too. I think for most men, balance in INFJ and Sigma male run parallel and similar to each other. I'd like to know more about what you're saying there. Africa, I really felt like I found a cure and I found out my personality type. Alan, me too. Me too. It felt just good. And I've met other INFJs, and it's a really great community. You don't feel so alone. It's just nice. Uh, we just kind of get stuff, but that looking for a deeper meaning thing, it's hard to realize that some people aren't really interested in that. And it's hard for my brain to compute that because everything I think of, what does it mean? And I always want to know what makes a person tick, what makes them happy. And I can pick up on other people's feelings, but if I can't fix someone, like let's say a narcissist, because you can't fix a narcissist, then that's really hard. But I'm really grateful that we have that door slam. I know it sounds cold, because if it wasn't for that, we could hurt ourselves because people can take advantage of our caring nature because we're caregivers. Being introverted but cherish your alone time as well. I love my alone time. I need my alone time. Um, I just do. It's just really important for me. That's how introverts re-energize. Or extroverts, energized by social situations. They need that. But as an introvert, I need that downtime. I look forward to that long time, and it's like a gift to me. Um, it is a gift, and without it, I would be in a bad headspace. I could be my own worst enemy, a perfectionist to a fault, and um, it's like the people around me. I do expect to do the right things, and we have a habit of expecting that, but that's why I'm reluctant to make friends because I don't want my way of life to drain them. But if someone ever, I'm just really comfortable. I don't try to defend myself in a lot of situations. If somebody says like, you know, I did something to them, like there's just certain things I'm just not gonna do, no matter how it could benefit me. We just have things that we're just not gonna do no matter what. And so I love meeting other INFJs because I know they have that same kind of intuition, and um there's certain things you just can't tell me about another person because I can feel that, and I just know when something's true and when something's not, and it's hard to explain. um Alan, it led me resetting my mindset as an adult. Did you set more boundaries, Alan? I would like to know if you don't mind sharing. Africa says, what did you find out, brother? Can you use that tip? I was wondering the same thing, Africa. Yes, I love my alone time. Join it right now. Just yell out on the TV. Africa. I'm so glad that the depression is better. That is such a heavy one. Um yeah. For when I found out I wasn't crazy, I get happiness from helping others without reward, and that's okay. Alan, me too. And a lot of times people would say that I was trying to gain their happiness. Sometimes I felt like I I I understand that, and that's kind of what I meant by being misunderstood. Is like I love helping other people, and I just feel like that's too fault. I need to do that to feel complete, and it could be anything that I could be helpful with. It makes me feel really good to help out in that area. So Alan, yeah, you're not crazy. I get happiness from helping others without reward, and that's why we're. Some articles say 1%, some say 2. I'm not sure, but I'm really happy that you said that. Want to know? So you said you had to change your mindset. For one, I found out that I wasn't crazy. Yeah, I like that a lot. Because you're not crazy. We're not crazy. I still feel like that sometimes. I just don't know why so many thoughts go through my head at once. Mm, yeah, I believe Dontcato is an INFJ. He took the test and it's an INFJ. I can't remember Dontcato. If you remember which type of INFJ. Okay, Alan says, I found out I wasn't hateful for not being as social in past relationships. It was a gorilla removed from my back. Great analogy. Nikki, the depression gets inside the body and it's like a struggle to want to get up. Just have to fight through it. Good for now. So if you take meds, I'll push through it. Wow, Africa. Oh, I applaud you. I hope that you have. Are you talking to anyone like a therapist or anything? Because depression is so real. I know it's stigmatized, but the struggling to get up is heavy, and it's something that I think is a little bit more than fighting through it sometimes, because it's something going on with their brain. I understand you refuse to take meds. I by no means am advocating meds. I started to experience a lot of depression and I couldn't get up, and I have kids, so I had to start taking medicine again. So, and I felt I didn't really want to do that, but the depression for me is just like you explained it. And so exercise helps me, but that initial getting out of bed, I can totally relate to. So just the fact that you're here talking about it, I definitely applaud you for that. Yeah, I that's heavy. and really brave of you to say, because I know that mental health conditions can be hard. So thank you so much for that. I get the depression. I had it since I was 13. Oh, okay. So as an adult, basically work on myself. I don't get it as much. It's just heavy when I have things on my mind that hurt me. Oh, Africa. Okay, I get it. I mean, having it at 13 is something that I just wish you didn't have to go through. I mean, I don't remember when depression started for me, but I'm imagining going through it as a child and then growing up. That's pretty heavy. Yeah. I hope that maybe you have a plan, like maybe a crisis plan in case things go over. Um, like for me, because of the suicidal ideations, um, I had to have, not I didn't have to, but there's certain things that I had to like recognize. If I stay in bed too long, if I do this, then I just, a safety plan is what I mean. So I'm glad you have it under control, but I think maybe since you're not using meds, a safety plan just in case you fall into a deep depression, God forbid, might be okay. Um, Maybe that would feel safer. Hey, Schooner, how you doing, sis? And I hope I don't offend you by saying that. It's just that I know that depression is really. Oh, I'm feeling warm, like choked up saying it. I know that depression is heavy, and because it turns so fast, I just, not turn so fast, but I wouldn't want anything to happen to you. Mm. I trust you. You got a good heart, Nikki. I've been on YouTube for a long time. Never let anyone this close to me. Oh, Africa, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate you saying that. Hey, talking with Tommy, how you doing? Thank you. Schooner. Wait, oh shoot. I was trying to read Doncato's personality type, but it went too fast. Sorry. Uh, wait. I think I have it. I think he said INFJA. Darn it. Wait. That's okay, Schooner. I think Doncato said it was INFJ, but went too fast. Talking with Tommy, how are you doing? Um, I pause like I can actually hear him. Talking with Tommy, the name of his channel is Talking with Tommy, and Tommy does outreach, and he has an outreach coming up with in Kensington, Pennsylvania. Tommy, correct me if I'm wrong, and I uh, I really salute what he's doing. It's out every week. He's out there service, taking care of people that have substance abuse problems, and I'm imagining a lot of them have mental health issues as well. And he goes out there with his outreach program. So his channel is Talking with Tommy D, and I salute you. And I don't mind you guys dropping your houses in my chat if you have channels. I will love to support you. And it's not a sub for sub kind of thing. I watch your videos. When I'm driving, hours to dance, I watch your videos. So yeah. Dontcato, you're at the beach. I am so jealous. I'm in the desert in 100 degrees weather. So yeah, Tommy's doing Tommy does good things. So yeah, and Africa, yeah, these are things that I means a lot to me, because if some of you don't know, which I know, Africa Donkade, a lot of you have come from my other channel, so you understand like some of my um some struggles I've had with substance abuses and stuff like that. Trying to keep myself calm, self-medicating. But I learned a lot through therapy and studying it. But therapy's helped me a lot because the depression was just over. I could not believe the days I couldn't get up. I mean, there used to be months at a time where I just couldn't get out of bed. So yeah, I take one pill in the morning, one at night, and I really have different thoughts about it. I don't really like the idea of taking medicine, but in my case, there was too many suicidal ideations, so I had to do that. I just want you to be safe. Africa, Alan, Africa's. Before I read that one. In the beach, peace, brother, brother. INFJ advocate. Okay, that's what I was looking for. I didn't want it to go by again, Dontcato. I'm like, oh my goodness, what's your personality type? So yeah, I'm listening. Africa, I started by opening my mind to new ideas, just reconnect my mind. I even started doing yoga once a week for an hour and a half. It helped out tremendously. Yes, it does, Alan. I do Pilates and it's so helpful. Uh it's great for the mind. Okay, let me be quiet and read more. I can't be quiet and read more out loud. So you know what I mean. Yes, I remember when I first talked to my therapist, I told him I never told anyone things I never told anyone. It felt like a new best friend. It just does. Africa, do you have anyone that you're talking to? I'm thinking about coming back on panels. I haven't been live in 4 years. Maybe one day we can do a live. I would love that, Africa. Send me a DM or comment under one of my videos so I can give you an email. I would love to do that. That would be amazing if you were comfortable doing that. Thank you for that. I would love that. But again, I'm happy that you're taking care of your mental health because that's really important. We need you here, right? This is really interesting. I'm reading the chat and watching INFJ vids. Thank you, Schooner. And I, again, whatever your personality types are, I would love to see how we relate to each other. I'm speaking from an INFJ point of view, and I'm very INFJs. I don't think it's just me, but we study ourselves a lot. It's just that, like I said, we feel very misunderstood, and that is why my other channel I named Misunderstood. But this one I call it Nikki Knows Nada because I'm speaking again from a personal point of view, and I wanted people to call me by my name, Nikki or Nicole. So which doesn't really make sense, but it is what it is. Some of your work in progress. Yeah. Wow, Alan. Yeah, Africa, and there's some really cool. Well, now everything's back open, but I know during the pandemic I would do a lot of things online as far as like I do Pilates, but I'm sure that there's just as much yoga stuff online, and I use like an app, a workout app. But now I think everything's back open where you can go places and yeah. Alan, you're welcome. Okay, throw me an Instagram. Sometimes the messages get lost, so don't. I'll look specifically for it because for some reason my messages keep going to vanish mode, and then when I go to get the message, it disappears. Alan says, "I will only date INFJs. I have nothing against other personalities, but a woman with the same personality is more comfortable for me." Alan, that's so interesting, and I totally get it. I just do. There's what is that personality type that's I think it's ENFP. Let me make sure. Let me look it up because there's supposed to be one that's like the most compatible. EN. Let me look. But I get the only dating an INFJ. But there's supposed to be like a personality type that's one of the most comparable. I think I'm just let me look that up. I have like all these little notes, but it's hard for me to pull it up right away. But let me see. Most compatible. I can't spell compatible with an INFJ. I cannot spell with my life. Well, I can, but my brain's going too fast. Okay. Although two well-developed individuals of any type can enjoy a healthy relationship, INFJ's natural partner is the ENTP or ENFP. Oh. INFJ's dominant function is introverted intuition. Wait. INFJ's dominant function of introverted intuition is best matched with personality type that is dominated by extroverted intuition. What? I don't know what that means. INFJs are attracted to people who are passionate souls, which that's why, we would be comfortable with another INFJ. Me personally, I would like to be with another INFJ. Because I'm into the arts and stuff like that, so I definitely want a passionate soul. So I get what Alan's saying. INFJs are attracted to people who are passionate souls with so much going on inside. They are drawn to those who possess depth and are capable of expressing themselves in unique ways. Someone who is shallow is truly unappealing to an INFJ and is highly unlikely to interest them at all. And I think that is really it's really true. Because you won't even be able to hold my attention just being just the word like I totally we wouldn't get along very well. I feel that there would be too much emptiness. Mm. INFJs have a high level of emotional intelligence. Not saying that other personality types don't, but yeah, we definitely. Let me see. Let me read something. Are least are INFJs are probably the types least likely to lie and cheat because they are loyal and sincere to their respective partners. And I think that it's really important to know about an INFJ because those are the things that can be misunderstood. Some of them, as well as that INFJ door slam, I feel can be misunderstood because of our caring nature. That walk away, and then the fallout phase is really um, a lot to deal with, and so we are very caring, very very caring. We'll go that extra mile. We hang in there longer than um, a lot of other people, but that walk away isn't. It's when we walk away, we really tried whatever we could do to make things better. But once that decision is made, you don't see that back and forth with an INFJ. We're gonna walk away. We're gonna walk away. We don't care about any type of closure. As far as we're concerned, the closure has already happened when our boundaries kept being crossed, and then there's that fallout where that's gonna feel not great because we're just done with. It's not that we hate you; we just nothing. You like we don't want good or bad. We don't think about you, and that sounds really harsh, but it takes a while to get there. Like you really have to overstep an INFJ's boundaries. Um, yeah. So an INFJ doesn't just leave a relationship. I don't just leave relationships. It takes something that had to happen. INFJs have a lot of baggage. INFJs absorb other people's emotions. I'm reading articles from where's this study from? These are studies that was based on the personality test, and these are just articles that was written in different words. Okay, you have a lot of emotional baggage. INFJs absorb other people's emotions like a sponge. In fact, INFJs are actually highly sensitive, which is why they tend to take on people's emotions. So we need a partner who is emotionally stable, which is true. So yeah, I just thought that was interesting. And INFJs tend to date INFJs. So that was just kind of interesting. Um, what I miss? Think about the personality test. That's right, Alan, because you get so many people that's like, yeah, I'm an INFJ, and it's weird because INFJs know. Um, and a lot of times people try to tell us they're mad at us. You're not an INFJ, but it doesn't bother us at all, and that is part of the fallout that they're feeling. They're not feeling that warmth that they once felt. You have to be very honest with yourself. Uh, I used to do yoga. I've been the Kermit tradition since wow, 89. You got to be very honest with yourself in those tests. And there's a lot of personalities that have the I in it, and they're similar. But an INFJ, you truly can tell by we're very giving our. I mean, we're consistent in our behaviors, the things that make us tick, and we just have this sense of doing something bigger than ourselves. Mm, I don't do well with conflict or chaos, and I am loyal to a fault. But I had to set certain boundaries, and now I'm a lot more comfortable walking away. But before I get to that period, it does hurt. But once I walk away, then there's just no feelings left there, and we can move on. Once we know the relationship's over, we can move on. But until then, it can be difficult, and we'll stay in a difficult relationship. Mm, yeah, this is really interesting. In chat, I would date men. Am I the only person in the world? Wait, am I the only person in the world that have the YouTube? Donkato's funny. Yes and no, Donkato. Um, Alan, I used to think women took me as a simp or even a beta because and I used to get so upset when women would say that I'm so nice, particularly when I realized that everyone isn't as nice as I was. Alan, I'm a woman. Oh, I didn't. I mean, not that you didn't think I was a woman, but I'm sorry. I'm a woman, and I feel like a female. Is there such thing as a female? Some I don't know. Is there like I just that's why it's like so important that we're comfortable with who we are because I think it's harder for men in this sense because if you're nice, then you're looked on as weak or whatever. But there are seriously sensitive types, and I look at my son and Alan. I totally get what you're saying. I was laughing at the word simp because I was mentioning it the other day, like, yeah, are you a simp? But it's really because I just learned what the word meant. So I'm happy to see it again because I got a good breakdown of it. My son is very gentle and he's into the arts. He's into like dance and takes gymnastics and things like that. And he's just not a football kind of kid. And, I listen to him and he gets bullied. And, I've been a victim of bullying a lot, but I am so proud of him. Like my son the other day, somebody um, they wanted him to swim and like play football or something in the pool. My son didn't mind swimming, but that football flying towards him didn't sound appealing. And so and then they tried to feed him, but we have these rules. I mean, we're not gonna eat and go in the pool. It's just not really our thing. And so my son's like, no. And then they were saying like, oh my goodness, you act like a girl, stuff like that. And or no, a girl is more rough than you. And my son at 8 years old, he's just like, that's okay. I really just don't want to do that. And I was just like proud of this little guy for not and I don't really know the point of why I told you that story. But I think because of the simp thing. My son is a very gentle soul and he's probably gonna have some of those same issues, but I'm glad that, there's more people like him. Mm, don't care do that. What to do? Don't care. I just for this channel, like I didn't do it through Melon or StreamYards. I just went live because I haven't made videos. But for this channel, I'm probably gonna start doing StreamYards and not Melon because a lot of people have trouble with Melon. But I don't have a I don't have a link when I stream this way. I just wanted to yeah, I don't have a stream when I don't have a link when I stream this way, so I don't know how to do that. Right, the saddest thing. Let's see. But when have to take inventory with self to see where they did wrong while dealing with one's self schooner. Oh, I missed Schooner's comment. She said that, but yeah, you're right. The saddest thing in the world is for someone else to be able to tell you more about you than you. That's why I realized the most important thing is to know who you are. Alan, that's so right. And once you're comfortable with who you are, it's amazing how many things don't bother you that other people try to tell you who you are. If you don't know who you are, um, I think that's really horrible and sad because there's so many things to us. We're so layered. Um, it's just really nice to spend time getting to know what makes us happy, what do we like, what don't we like. It took me a while to do that. For those of you that don't know me, the substance abuse thing, um, that felt pretty horrible, even from a moral standard, but it stopped me from really diving into who I am because I would just be so numb all the time. So I'm really happy that I get to explore different parts of my personality. I'm really happy about the giving thing because I think a lot of times I know it'll be taken for granted, but I just give without expecting anything in return. And uh it's easy to take advantage of, and that's how we attract narcissists because we're caregivers, we're givers, and that would hurt. That would not feel good. um, or I face that also, but I stay to who I am as a man and how I was raised and believe in my morals and values. Can't everyone be gentle like us? So we're special. Anyone can be mean and hateful. Oh, I see what you're saying. So you've experienced some of the stuff that Alan's. So that's Africa, and I kind of thought that about you, especially when you're talking about the depression, stuff like that. Um, Good night, King. Thank you, Sapatu. King with the emojis. I kind of thought that. Yeah. And I am so glad that we can talk about stuff like this because I know that there's so many other things. Schooner with the big peace sign. I'm glad that we can talk about stuff like this. I just find human nature, human behavior interesting, and the more that I'm getting to know myself, the better it's been. I think I'll struggle with depression for a while, whatever the reason, but I'm so comfortable in my own skin. It's like I am just who I am, and so I'm glad that I discovered the INFJ thing a while ago, the empath thing a while ago, because I just feel more comfortable in the world, but I still struggle with that feeling of being misunderstood. I think that's going to be with me for a while because my intentions are good and I love people and I have this need to just help. And when that's taken the wrong way, then I feel very heavy. So, yeah, 22-second video. When I go live again on this channel, Dontcato, I will make sure that I can do stuff like that because I want to see it. Drop your link. I love that Dontcato flies drones. And let's see. I have had some crazy stuff happen to me, Nikki, when I tell you it would leave your mouth open. Oh, I believe it, Africa. One thing I share is my baby mama got my kids by me and my best friend. And I wasn't ready. I thought I was ready. Um oh, Dontcato. Okay, I'll look at that in a second. Maybe I can even play it, like show it. Um Africa. Thank you, Alan. Thank you. You were right. That would have left my mouth open. And I really thought I just wasn't ready. I am ready, but I wasn't. One thing I share is my baby mama got kids by me and my best friend after I caught them together. Good night, Schooner. Africa, how in the world did you handle that? Oh my goodness. Are you guys friends now? How in the world does that work? And his cousin. Your baby mama has has kids by, am I reading that right? Your best friend and his cousin? Wow. I agree with Alan. I could not even imagine that. You're you're wow, you deserve so much better. That is just not right on so many levels, and I'm sorry that happened to you. Man, you definitely took me for a loop through that one. I salute you, especially because you have kids involved. That's crazy. We are all friends. They can first cousins. What a mess she created. Do you have problems with relationships now, or do you think that you're okay? Schooner says, "Are you from a small town?" Happened 28 years ago. Okay, so the kids are all grown now. You're so strong for getting through that because I couldn't even imagine. But you were right about the um the mouth dropping thing. You're so right. And I'm sorry that happened to you. I really am. People take advantage of intrinsic people. They mistake our kindness for weakness. I went from being defensive about it to being offensive about it. Alan, that's so true. Alan says, I've been single now for 2 years. Did you stay with your baby mama through all that? I don't need many friends. I'm a homebody anyway. Me too, Alan. Me too. Let's see this movie that you guys feel free to keep talking. I just want to see this movie that um let's see. I think I can pull it up. You sent me a short. Oh, I wonder if I can show it without. No, she went with him. Did you remarry or did you find a relationship after that? That I'm sorry that happened to you, Africa. I don't I don't understand stuff like that, and that's just whew, you're strong. Wait. Let me see if you can see this view. Can you see that? Could you guys see that? A little? Wait, let me try again. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna learn how to share like slides and stuff so I can share it better. But it looks really pretty. Oh, that was better. Let me see if I could. There's a way for. Oh no, it's because I'm using YouTube Studio. Dontcato, is this where you are? Let me see. It's so pretty. I'm gonna try again. Let's see. It's not long. Okay. I know it's like a glare, but it's really pretty where you are. It's pretty. I stared as oh dang. Like flashed in my eye. I stayed single, then I met someone 11 years older than me. And we stayed 2 years until my addiction kicked in. Oh. Oh, you could see it. Yeah, it's beautiful. Thank you, Don Cato. I stayed 2 years to 11. I don't remember but and your addiction, your how long do you have now clean? Dontcato, I am such a dork. I should have muted it, but I was into the sunset and I just was like trying my best to hold the camera still. So yeah. I should have just muted it. It's not your fault. I heard it, but I actually liked hearing the people outside, so I didn't bother to do that. Yeah. Africa. Wow, you have been through so you've been clean for 15 years. Congratulations to you. For real. Congratulations. Wow. Dontcato, so that's where you are right now? That's beautiful. What's the weather like? Here, it's right, Schooner. That's what I was thinking. Sounds like they're having fun. And that's what I feel like. I don't feel like that, but I want to have some fun. Man, I dance so much that it doesn't leave me with much else. But I feel so good when I'm in my own type of communities. This one, I just love. I love people and understanding them, what makes them tick. I'm hoping that one day Schooner will take the personality test because I think that she has. I don't know. I'm just interested. S- Schooner's my sis. Bonfire nights. Schooner and I are going to have. Well, hopefully, we'll be able to do a bonfire or two when she comes out here. I'm really Schooner makes life a lot easier in the fact that it's one of my first female friends that I just been able to connect with, and I met a lot of great people in the community, in the community, our community that we have, and Schooner has just it's like she gets me, and as an INFJ, our relationships are really important, so that just Schooner has helped a lot. Um, a lot of you have just been really supportive. I just really love the female connection, and because that could be a little hard to find, because especially because INFJs are really comfortable with ourselves. We're comfortable like our skin, our sexuality. I just mean as far as like being feminine, being very comfortable being a woman. I'm not gonna get into that, but sometimes it could be maybe difficult. And I just really am happy that Scooter and I can talk about things. And, it's my sis, and we hold each other accountable for stuff. We're like accountability partners, and that means a lot. So, yeah, Schooner, 69 degrees. Yikes. I fall 3 times before I got there, fam. Um, and yeah, Africa. Um, I have a few weeks. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm work in progress. I have a few weeks. Actually, 24, maybe I'm 25 now. I'll take it. But earlier I was asking if a life changing event can change your personality type. Oh, that's a good question. Let me read this question out loud. Um, uh, I'll take it. But earlier I was asking if a life changing event can change your personality type. Remember, I told you I used to be very jovial and now I'm somewhat somber. Schooner, I don't have an answer for you. I don't know. So that's something that I want to look into, and I would love to talk about that more. Let me look into that, sis, because I do remember you saying that. And the answer that I have for you is I don't know. But I'm definitely interested. I just thought your personality type is how you deal with stuff. But since I don't know, I won't read into it. I'll study it and I'll ask questions because I do want to know. Alan, do you have any ideas, or Dontcato? Because I don't know. I want y'all to look up Johan Hair War on Drugs when you get a chance. Let me write that down. Oh, Africa gave the answer earlier? Okay, I didn't see it. Does it change? I want to look up that name. So I have that. So, okay, let me scroll up here. Nikki, that was so cool. Sometimes to answer some questions I don't know. That's the right answer if you don't know. Thank you, Alan. Thank you. I appreciate that. Something I want to look into. The chat went a little fast for me, so I didn't see Africa's answer. Schooner, I'm glad that you got your answer, and I will read the comments on the replay so that way I know. Too, for myself. I never even thought of that question. Thank you, Africa. Congrats on the sobriety, Africa. Congrats. That is really cool. Stay strong. We live and learn and keep moving and give that fist bump. Yeah. Thanks, brother. Day by day. Yeah. Congratulations. That's a lot. And you for everything you've been through and you were able to manage that. Curious, what was your drug of choice? You don't have to say, but Mine was amphetamines, and I am working on just staying present. So yeah, congratulations, Africa. I want y'all to look up Johan Harry War on Drugs. I am going to do that. That would be a great topic on my other channel, Joe and Harry, since I talk about all sobriety stuff. So not only am I going to look into it, I'm really interested. While drugs is such a tough thing, I hate that it's so stigmatized because I think it prevents people from getting help. And the war on drugs, I think, was such a it's you can't have a war on an object, and I think that the people that fell or people that were struggling with um look at the people that was arrested. They had problems with mental illnesses and and drug abuse, like addiction problems. They weren't like the kingpins and the gang members that they made it seem. It was people that had problems took the fall. So, and they're still affected today. I just really, really applaud sobriety, and I'm still struggling, but I am happy for the days that I have clean. So Africa, that's really inspiring that you have so many days. Cocaine, okay. Wow, good for you. Thank you, Alan. Thank you so much. It day by day, you know, I'm excited for the extra hope. I'm excited for the rehab programs I started and to go to. Um, yeah, it was definitely a step out of my comfort zone, but I'm happy that I got to do that. So yeah, it's just really happy. Circumstances can definitely change your personality. However, you instinctively revert back to your natural comfort. Oh, I see. I see. What? What's up, Dontcato? Nikki, you totally get it. Join travel the world to find out about addiction and results is mine. Alan, yes, and something that I wanted to do, like travel. I plan on going to Kensington. You guys have heard this, and I've already went to Louisiana. Was an eye opener. I didn't know that it was so heavily. I didn't know the meth problem was so big there, and how pure it was. There. It was just an eye opener. And so next to Skid Row, I'm just learning a lot. I just want to keep documenting things and having people tell their story. So um, maybe they can feel heard and like somebody cares, and we can just bring awareness to problems that's happening right in our own country, United States. And I think there's a problem, and that falls under like homelessness and addiction. So there's a lot of things that I'm looking at when I'm going to these different places to travel. So this book that I want to read is going to be very inspirational. I'm glad you shared that, Alan. I'm really glad you shared that. I love goals. Schooner, wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be a great read? Wait, it was a book read. Yeah, I'm gonna get that. It feels good and free here. I will be around more for sure. Africa, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. And I've been doing. I like talking to just a few of you. I love it, and but um I am really sincere about just growing a community where we can talk and share, and it's interesting with our personalities. And I just really appreciate, like, I know the INFJs. It's interesting to see how we relate to each other. Um, I'm very comfortable with Alan's an INFJ, but Africa, you've been through a lot and you're hanging in there. Oh, Schooner, that's right. My sis, this is our first time in the chat. I get it. Thank you. Just means a lot, you guys. I'm learning a lot. I am very comfortable in my own skin. The INFJ thing I knew for a while, and it helps me. Uh, I just have to be able to control my emotions when I feel it from other people. I've got to be able to shut it off, and it's a work in progress. I'm trying. I want us to just the more that we know, It just doesn't it doesn't hurt, and it's okay. I'm just feeling comfortable. So with that being said, I just want you guys to know that I am so happy that we got to share a lot of stuff. You guys, it just feels good to not be alone sometimes, right? I feel a few ups and downs, more ups than downs. Africa, that's so awesome. It's, depression is a tough one, and I'm glad that you're having a lot more ups than downs. That's something to celebrate. You have sobriety behind your belt. We're doing this. We're gonna do it. So, little by little, we'll get there. Um, Africa, I'm proud of you. Thank you so much for sharing. And Dontcato, thank you for that beautiful view. Thank you. You are amazing with the camera. And I just say that. Schooner, my sis, thank you for being in this chat. Africa, I'm just really happy. I feel so good. This was great. Thank you, Africa. And Alan, it's just really, really great talking to you. I hope that you come back and visit. I I just love coming live for like short amount of time and say hi to you guys and just to check in. So for me, this has been a good night. Now/morning. So good morning to you all. And I hope that you sleep well and stay safe until we talk soon. And thank you so much for sharing. Good night, Alan. Good night, Africa. And I will, and will you? Yeah, I will be back on tomorrow. I'm working on a schedule, Alan. So if you're not subscribed, please just hit the notification. I'm working on a regular schedule, a dance schedule in sense. But tomorrow, I'm going to the dentist and I'll be live. I don't have a schedule, but I leave my videos up for the replay if you miss it. So um, if you don't catch me in the morning, I'm gonna do another stream at night. Okay. Oh, thank you, Alan. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I will talk to you all soon. Alan, if you didn't hit the bell, please do because I'm working on a schedule and I would love to see you again in the chat. All right. Thank you. Good night, Alan. Schooner. I will talk to you all soon. All right. Take care. Stay safe and don't forget your mask if you're in a crowded space. Alan, I'm going to read this thought as I close. Everyone, much love to you all. Stay safe and shot straight black power. Okay. That's a symbol. All right. All right, Alan Schooner. I'll see you guys soon. See you guys soon. Take care. And thank you.